For almost an hour, everything went exactly according to plan. And that's what made what came next so devastating. Eric Trump sat at the witness table calm, controlled, and confident. Not performative. Not defensive. Confident in a quiet, professional way. For 45 straight minutes, he answered every question with the same steady rhythm. Slow voice. Polite smile. Carefully measured language. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't attack anyone. He didn't argue. Compared to previous Trump family appearances before Congress, this felt different. Almost safe. Republicans on the committee looked relieved. Some nodded as he spoke. One leaned toward an aide and whispered something that looked like approval. Democrats tried pressing him, asking about business deals, ethics, conflicts of interest, and the ongoing fraud case. Eric never flinched. He acknowledged concerns. He clarified answers. He repeated that disputes were under appeal. Every response sounded clean, reasonable, rehearsed. From the outside, it looked like a textbook example of how to survive a congressional hearing. But one person wasn't buying it. Jasmine Crockett sat quietly at her desk. No interruptions. No speeches. No dramatic questioning. Her folder stayed closed. She listened. She watched. She took notes. Eric noticed her more than once. She wasn't trying to dominate the conversation. She wasn't chasing viral moments. She looked almost bored. That should have worried him. Because 42 minutes into the hearing, Eric Trump had already told a lie. A clean lie. A confident lie. A lie delivered under oath. And Jasmine Crockett was the only person in the room who knew it. The hearing room that morning was packed. Cameras lined the walls. Staffers filled every seat behind the members. Reporters leaned forward, waiting for anything to break. The subject was business ethics and conflicts of interest during Donald Trump's presidency. Eric Trump wasn't there by accident. As executive vice president of the Trump Organization and the president's son, he had been subpoenaed to explain how the family business operated while his father was in power. He arrived right on time. Navy suit. Red tie. Clean haircut. No drama. He shook hands, thanked the chair, and took his seat. His opening statement was careful and controlled. He thanked the committee for the opportunity. He talked about transparency, ethics, and pride in how the Trump Organization handled conflicts of interest. To many viewers, it sounded responsible. Even admirable. The chairman, a Republican, kept things easy at first. He asked about safeguards, compliance, and internal controls. Eric was ready. He spoke about compliance officers, internal reviews, disclosure rules, and oversight. He described a company that looked almost like a case study in corporate responsibility. Democrats pushed harder. They asked about foreign business, international licensing, and how the company separated deals from U.S. policy. Eric stayed smooth. He said boundaries were set. He said international work was scaled back. Everything sounded reasonable. Then came the question that mattered. A Democratic member asked directly whether the Trump Organization continued international business after Donald Trump became president in 2016. Eric didn't pause. He didn't hedge. He didn't ask for clarification. He said no. When my father became president, he said, we made a family decision. No new international deals. We believed it was the right thing to do. He said it clearly. Confidently. Under oath. Several members nodded. The idea landed well. A powerful family making sacrifices for the country. Jasmine Crockett wrote a single note. Eric leaned back slightly, hands folded, shoulders relaxed. He thought the hardest part was over. Questions continued, but nothing rattled him. Ethics. Oversight. Structure. He had answers for all of it. From the outside, it looked like a master class. But inside the room, something else was happening. Jasmine Crockett hadn't moved. She wasn't waiting for a moment. She was waiting for confirmation. Everything she needed had already happened. When the chairman finally looked down at his list and said, "The gentle lady from Texas, Miss Crockett, is recognized for 5 minutes," the room shifted. Eric felt it before she spoke. After more than an hour of silence, all eyes turned toward her. She opened her folder slowly, flipped to a page, and looked up. Her voice was calm. Neutral. "Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Trump, thank you for being here today." Eric nodded, professional and composed. She didn't accuse him. She didn't raise her voice. She asked him to go back to something he said earlier. She reminded him of the question about international business. She asked him if he remembered his answer. Eric said yes. She asked if he was under oath. He said yes. She said good. Then she turned to the screen behind them. The room went quiet. A timeline appeared. Large text. Dates. Country names. Crockett didn't rush. She read slowly, like someone listing facts, not making accusations. Dubai, 2018. Trump Organization announces a new licensing agreement. Click. Saudi Arabia, 2019. Resort Development Partnership. Click. Philippines, same year. Trump Tower Manila expansion. Click. Indonesia, 2020. New licensing deals. Click. Oman, 2021.